Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Cyrus poisons Michael with digitalis, leaving him comatose or worse. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers tease that a fiery time is underway in Port Charles, New York. The video tease for the week of January 6 to 10 promised lots of excitement. And now, because the Sudsers accidentally leaked the preview video for the Tuesday, January 7 episode, we can confirm that Michael Corinthos' Chad duel might not be long for this world. At the end of the January 6 episode, fans saw Michael look around Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, penthouse. Then all of a sudden an explosion hit. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers tease that a fiery time is underway in Port Charles, New York. The video tease for the week of January 6 to 10 promised lots of excitement. And now, because the Sudsers accidentally leaked the preview video for the Tuesday, January 7 episode, we can confirm that Michael Corinthos' Chad duel might not be long for this world. At the end of the January 6 episode, fans saw Michael look around Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, penthouse. Then all of a sudden an explosion hit. There are lots of fatties in PC right now, so with that in mind, and from what we know from about the action taking place during January 6 to 10, let's take a look at the possible villains who could be responsible for the explosion. Jens Sidwell, Carlo Rota, has made himself at home, courtesy of Lucy Co. Lynn Herring. He is now living in the Cassadine mansion on Spoon Island. Was anyone else amazed at how forward Lucy was with the total stranger? She could be flirting with an explosives expert. Meanwhile, Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, was shown to be the man who stabbed Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, banned him from GA, but that doesn't mean his reign of terror is over. Cyrus poisoned Dex and Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, with digitalis. Is he also gunning for Michael? In the GH preview, Isaiah Gannon, Sawanda Wilson, tells Portia that someone is killing patients, and then someone is shown injecting a patient's IV bag with what we presume is digitalis. We can tell you that GH spoilers for Thursday, January 9, show that savvy Cyrus is in a prime position when he overhears something. It could be that Cyrus learns that Michael is in the hospital. If so, we can totally see Cyrus wanting to kill Michael as a way of getting back at Sonny. We should note that Duell seemed to hint on his socials that the door is open for his return to the show. If so, maybe Cyrus injects a non-lethal dose of digitalis. Maybe Michael is left comatose and has to go away for treatment, or he could die, but not really be dead. However this story turns, we know that Michael's exit brings with it calamity, chaos, and crime as the citizens of PC try to make sense of the explosion, and you don't want to miss a single minute. The quiet tension that's been brewing on General Hospital takes a dark and dangerous turn as Cyrus Renault, the villainous drug lord, makes his next move against the Corinthos family. With his eyes locked on Michael Corinthos and his growing influence over Port Charles, Cyrus knows the stakes have never been higher. Michael, ever the family protector and one of the central figures in the city's drama, has unknowingly become a prime target in Cyrus's twisted game of power. What begins as a subtle threat soon escalates into an unimaginable nightmare when Cyrus poisons Michael with digitalis, a potent and deadly poison. A calculated move by Cyrus Renault. Cyrus Renault has been a thorn in the side of the Corinthos family ever since his return to Port Charles. His cold, calculating mind sees everything as part of a bigger scheme, and this time, Michael Corinthos is his pawn. After all, Michael's standing in the family's empire has never been more significant, especially with the looming possibility of him eventually taking over Sonny's territory. It's no secret that Cyrus has been trying to gain leverage over the Corinthos family to weaken their grip on power. But how far is he willing to go to bring Michael down? Digitalis, the poison that will put Michael's life at risk, isn't a random choice. It's a carefully selected toxin known for its ability to interfere with heart function, causing dangerous arrhythmias. A dosage that's too high can stop the heart entirely. The choice of digitalis is particularly sinister because of its slow-acting nature. At first, Michael might show no signs of distress, which would lull everyone into a false sense of security. By the time symptoms become apparent, it could be far too late to intervene. The poisoning, a quiet, subtle threat. The poisoning takes place under the most unsuspecting circumstances. In typical Cyrus fashion, he doesn't leave any obvious traces. It happens at a family gathering, perhaps a dinner with loved ones, or a business meeting at the Corinthos estate. Michael, enjoying a rare moment of peace with his family, takes a sip of his drink or bites into a meal, unaware that his life is about to change forever. The poison enters his system slowly, its effects taking time to manifest. At first, Michael feels slightly off, perhaps just a little lightheaded or fatigued, something he chalks up to the stresses of the day. But as hours pass, his condition worsens. His heart rate becomes erratic, and the pressure builds in his chest. His body begins to betray him, but he doesn't know why. At first, no one suspects foul play. Michael's condition is vague enough for people to think it could be stress or overwork. He's been through so much, juggling his responsibilities with his family and his business, so no one would think twice about his minor complaints. But the longer this goes on, the more apparent it becomes that something sinister is happening. The moment of collapse. The moment of collapse is both shocking and devastating. Michael's heart begins to falter, and he collapses in front of his family. It's a scene no one will forget, his loved ones rushing to his side, helpless as they watch him struggle for breath. His face turns pale, and his pulse grows faint, sending panic throughout the room. The sound of the door slamming open as doctors rush in only heightens the sense of dread. As Michael is rushed to the hospital, there is nothing but uncertainty ahead. In the frantic hours that follow, Michael's family and friends are left to worry if he will survive the ordeal. The doctors work tirelessly to stabilize him, but they are fighting an invisible enemy, digitalis. The poison wreaks havoc on Michael's heart, and the medical team can do little more than monitor his condition. The question on everyone's mind is simple: can he make it through the night? Cyrus's dark plan unfolds. As the chaos unfolds at the hospital, Cyrus watches from the shadows, his plan moving forward as expected. He's well aware that digitalis is a slow-acting poison, one that leaves little trace if administered correctly. It's a perfect weapon for someone like him, someone who operates in the shadows, out of reach of the law. In his twisted mind, eliminating Michael Corinthos serves two purposes. It destabilizes the Corinthos family, and it shows the world that no one is safe from his reach. The poison is just the beginning. Cyrus is not finished. He knows the danger Michael poses, and if this attempt doesn't work, there will be others. The entire Corinthos family is at risk, and Michael's poisoning is just the opening salvo. For Cyrus, there's no turning back from this. As Michael lies in a coma, he watches as his family's fear and confusion grow. They have no idea how to stop the nightmare they find themselves in. Michael's battle for survival. As Michael fights for his life, his loved ones are forced to come together in an all-out effort to save him. Jason Morgan, his ever-loyal protector, will stop at nothing to uncover the truth. The question is, will they uncover the real culprit in time? If Michael remains in a coma, his family must scramble to find answers, and time is running out. The Corinthos family knows all too well that enemies can strike at any moment, and they'll have to act quickly if they want to protect Michael from further harm. But it's not just his family that's affected by his critical condition. Sonny, who has been distant and preoccupied with other matters, now faces an unimaginable situation. His son, the one person who has carried his legacy, is on the verge of death. The weight of the situation might push Sunny to make desperate decisions, perhaps even ones that could have lasting consequences for everyone in Port Charles. Sunny's grief and rage will drive him to seek revenge against Cyrus, but how far will he go? Will he risk it all to make sure his son survives, or will he be consumed by the darkness that has so often defined his life? A deadly game. As Michael's condition hangs in the balance, it becomes clear that Cyrus is playing a dangerous game, one that could cost Michael his life. The stakes are higher than ever, and the potential for tragedy looms large. While Michael's family is left in the dark about who's behind the poisoning, Cyrus is playing his cards carefully, keeping his identity a secret. His ultimate goal is not just to take down Michael, but to weaken the Corinthos empire to the point of collapse. The emotional toll on the Corinthos family is devastating. They're used to danger and betrayal, but never like this. As Michael's loved ones wait in anguish, they'll be forced to confront the terrifying reality that Cyrus's grip on their lives is tightening. They must find a way to stop him before it's too late.